So I'm gonna actually read for you the description of the game from where you can download it. So we're both, so that you and I both, the only two of us here, are on the same page, okay? How does that sound? Does that sound good? Sounds good? Sounds good. Excited to finally release this tribute map. Last August, I lost a good childhood friend of mine and took it pretty hard. When I was visiting my hometown for his funeral, I connected with his parents, who shared with me some of his old belongings. Among them was a copy of an old map of his backed up on a 3.5 floppy from high school. Thomas and I were into amateur Doom mapping in the early aughts. But I've never seen this map of his prior to uncovering it on one of the old floppy disks. Just as a thing, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a K, not a C. I think that when you use disks like that, it's not supposed to be for floppy disks. As a way of paying tribute to him and all the great memories we had together, I took the plunge and installed Doom Builder in order to polish up his map and add a few modern amenities just for convenience sake. I haven't touched an editor in over 15 years, so it was quite a surprise to find out how easy mapping has become. I have gotten a little carried away with these new UDMF features, and as such, the map is designed for GZ Doom. From the text file, Doom 2, GZ Doom hardware renderer. One map, not much of a challenge, and roughly 10 minutes of playtime, all difficulty settings implemented. Jumping and crouching disabled, free look is fine. Lots of Doom cute. I don't know what that means. Making maps of your house was all the rage back in the day, but I feel like this is a pretty adorable and detailed tribute to my friend, and a great way to share something of him with the community we loved. Miss you, Tom. And then there's this picture. Okay, so now you have all the context. And I'm just looking around the whole house just to see what we got here. And I do actually remember stuff like this back in the day, where like I have a brother who actually did a lot of Doom map making back in the day. He made like a suite of like 8 different deathmatch levels that to this day are all actually quite fun to play. They're like all very arena based, because that's how Doom was. But man, I remember that back in the day, and it was so much fun. And one of them was indeed like a house that you go in and out of, and has like, you know, several bedrooms in it. Ow! I feel like it was the thing back in the day to try to figure out, I mean, this uses like additional textures and stuff, but trying to figure out how to make like a pool table in the game was kind of like was a treat to try to figure out, or like trying to figure out how to like position stuff like TVs and stuff. Scantron test. Do they still do Scantron tests? I remember that in school. Sat there. I can't say I'd ever see you play any first-person shooter. You know, my friend Lollip highlights this whenever, like a lot of times when I'm talking to her. But like, I actually play a lot of fighting games and a lot of shooters, just not from my channel. I'm not particularly good anymore at either, but I used to play a lot of them back in the day. But I do love this about Doom levels, when you try to put these little details in it, like a little PlayStation. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we leave this space, I just want to highlight something here. What psychopath? Okay, I realize that there's like differing opinions on this, but I've always thought that putting your TV like in a corner, facing out to like a whole room, is torture. You know what else is also torture? Is when people like, when they position their TV and they like put it up here. So that when, like, let's say you're sitting here, it's like you're craning your head up, or it's like above the fireplace, and you put the goddamn TV above the fireplace. Who wants that? Parents, that's who. Okay, you're right. The same person that puts the TV up here or in the corner like this is the same person who's like, you know, HD doesn't look that much better, and then you look in their TV settings and it's running at like 720p, and you're like, well, there's your problem. It keeps it away from kids. Okay. Where does the TV belong? I would say the TV belongs, like, let's say the couch, let's say you were sitting here about this distance. Couch should, or like the TV stand here, TV like straight at eye level, right? Isn't that where the TV's supposed to be? That room is more like a sitting room. You are, yeah, and that's true. That's something I often forget, is this is more like a visiting area.
13 months. That's almost a year.
Hello, anger management. Anger management, I haven't mentioned this, but I actually have dropped by a couple of your streams, and I have enjoyed your conversations that you have with people. And it's also, it's uncanny, but you look and talk just like someone that I used to work with. I had to stare for a while and try to figure out if you were that person. I don't think you are, but I really had to sit there and figure that out. You're a beautiful man, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, anger management streams is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we need a red card there. There must be something dodgy in the laundry room. Here's something I do, and this must be an American house, and you know how we know that? Because the laundry room exists. I'm not saying that's the case with everybody that's not America. I just like it when I have, like, friends that are in, like, the UK, and they're like, oh, yeah, the washer, only the washer, never the dryer. There never is a dryer. Yeah, it's just in the kitchen. Fuck it. Which, obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. Also, I don't know if you know this, you probably know this, but I have a horrible, horrible sense of direction, so there's going to be a lot of wandering. So let's hope for the best, or if you, I'll let you know if I'm gonna pay attention a little bit better this time. I didn't do any saving, so I think we're back at the beginning. I'll let you know if I need some help. How awkward. I died in a Doom level with very, very few enemies even in it. And I only put it on Ultra Nightmare. That's not even that bad. I got some help. Don't die. Okay. Okay, got it. Got it. I will use that hot tip to try to do better this time. So, get wrecked, noob. Thanks. Okay. Okay. I think we're doing a lot better this time. One, we have a yellow key, so that's already good. Oh, I mean, we probably distracted you. Opalish, that's one of the reasons I appreciate you so much, is because you have a thing called, ow, empathy. And not everyone feels that, so I appreciate it very much. But also, no, I think it was just sheer incompetence on my part, if I had to guess. How about TV in a bedroom? I am of the opinion... No, this isn't fair because I do something just as bad. I was going to say, I don't know if how I feel about TVs in the bedroom at all. Mostly, I think... I mean, there's the one school of thought, right? Like, if you had the bed here and you were looking at the TV over here, like, you're going to be propped up to watch TV, which is probably not great for sleeping or falling asleep. But, like, I do something that's probably just as bad if you're trying not to have TV, like, when you're trying to go to sleep, since you're not supposed to have lights in your face. But, like, if I'm laying right here and my nightstand's right here, I have like a tab. I bought, like, an Amazon Fire tablet on sale, and it's on, like, an arm that just, it's, like, tilted sideways staring at me while I sleep, so I can lay on my side as if I were sleeping in the sleeping pose, and I can just see it and listen to it. Then I fall asleep after about 3 minutes, and then I wake up and I'm being choked by my own headphones. So it's worse than TV, to be honest. I would say that's probably the case. And I every so often do like a little check with myself to make sure, like, can I still fall asleep without this? And I usually can, so I feel like, okay, it's fine then. Judging some dead guy's interior decorating is tight. Yo, that's just... Game, please. And I don't know how I feel about the downstairs TV either. Like, this is the one that's, like, in the corner like a nightmare. I guess it's not that bad. I don't know. What do we think about this setup? Hold on. What did that say? Hold on. Hold on. I love that every time I alt-tab, it's just dead silence. The internet says you're worth 3 million, but you don't have Bluetooth. Hey. The last thing... Oh, saving is not a bad idea. Help 01. I think getting a crappy pair of headphones for that situation is probably better. Especially because, like, okay, the one pair of headphones that I have, when it does the low battery noise, it's like I'm just listening to whatever I'm listening to, and then out of nowhere... I'm like, okay, I get it. It's low volume. Why does it have to be so concussive? So it's like, I don't want that when I'm falling asleep. I'm like quietly drifting off. I do have some Bluetooth headphones though. I guess I could totally do it. Although the other ones that I have are like the wrap around the back ones. Because they're for when I'm doing sporty things. Oh my god, it's the red key. We know where that goes. That goes in the bathroom. I just shot a man in the shower. No, give me that. Let me have it. Thank you. Okay. Blue key card. Is that it? And then we just escape? Did we do the whole level?
Oh my god, it's Josh.
Are we kicking butt? No. Let me save over not that one. Okay, we did it. We did it. We finished it. How do you guys feel about that? Wait, what the fuck? What did I miss? Hold on. What happened to the rest of the level?
Oh my god, so close to
I clearly
10 years.
didn't find the secret. All right, hold on. First try, we did it, guys.